JD?
Hey.
This is Victoria. This is
Hi.
JD, my full-time trainer.
Trainer? What's a trainer doing cleaning out kennels?
We're really short-staffed right now, so we're all kind of having to fill in.
Do you get any time to train dogs?
Not right now.
All of these dogs that come here have been abandoned by their owners. And because of the amount of stress, it's even more important that training be done in this kind of environment to help the dogs cope. But JD just doesn't have time.
So this is where we keep the smaller and medium-sized dogs at night, and during the day, if the weather is bad, they stay inside and get rotated in and out.
Wow. Do you think this is kind of small?
It is kind of small, yeah. But due to the number of animals that we have, and this is the cage space that we're allowed.
How long do they spend in these cages overnight?
Generally, they're in their cages probably about 16 hours.
16 hours.
They come in around 2 o'clock in the afternoon, and they come back out at 8 o'clock the next morning.
Why aren't they kept outside till later?
Due to the cutbacks and stuff, we just don't have enough staff to do that right now.
Wow, so they stay in their cages for 16 hours. I mean, I have to say, it's gonna make anyone crazy, isn't it? So tell me about these.
This guy right here is Sinatra. He's been with us about 7 months. Normally, a cute little guy is a little unusual with the blue eyes. Should have flown out of here. We actually do have someone who really wants him.
Oh, really?
Has absolutely fallen in love with him. Took him home for a couple of days, and he chased her cats around.
Sinatra's a typical example of why JD's job as a trainer is so important. With just a little bit of training each day, Sinatra could find a home, no problem.
With Georgia hopefully on the right track, Victoria turns her attention to Sinatra, whose impulsive behavior has kept him from being adopted in the past.
Dogs like Sinatra get adopted very quickly from shelters. JD has told me that there's a potential adopter who's interested in having him, but he chases her cats. So this is something that I want to work on.
So I'm gonna teach him the leave it command. The leave it command is a really good cue to use when you want a dog to leave something, and that can really apply to the cats. So I'm waiting for Sinatra to take his face away before I give him the treat. How's he gonna get this treat out of my hand? Good boy. Now what I'm doing is not giving him the thing that he leaves from my right hand, it's gonna get it from my left. Because ultimately, you don't want the dog to have the thing that he leaves. Leave it. Good boy. I'm gonna put it on the ground, make it a little harder for him. Leave it. Leave it. Good boy. Beautiful. Beautiful. Wow, that's difficult for a terrier, isn't it? Sinatra was able to listen to the leave it command, and he was able to control his impulses, and that's a really good sign. I would like to see if there was any way that we could have a very chilled out cat that is used to dogs and see what his reaction is.
Yeah, I think we could try it.
So JD brings in one of the cats living at the shelter to serve as the ultimate temptation.
Leave it. Good. Good boy. But the very fact that he looked at him and then he made the decision to look away was really good.
As soon as Sinatra saw the cat, he was very interested. But I gave him the leave it command, and he held himself back, and that was a huge improvement.
Good boy. Good job.
Yes.
Today, JD's working with Sinatra in the hopes that he can soon graduate to training in a real home.
Leave it. Yes. Good boy. I've been working a lot with Sinatra, working the leave it command with him. I'm willing to do whatever it takes to get Sinatra adopted. Yes. Good job, Sinatra. Good boy. That's good work, bud.
That afternoon, Victoria and JD are taking Sinatra on an important visit.
We actually do have someone who really wants him,
Oh, really?
and he chased her cats around.
His previous adopter wants to take him in again, but only if she's reassured her cats will be safe.
Hi, Gail. How's everything?
Good to see you.
It would mean the world to me to have Sinatra, but unfortunately it didn't work out with my cats, so I had to take him back to the shelter.
If you could go and get your cat
Okay.
and just hold the cat there, hopefully it won't be too freaked out.
JD will only allow Sinatra to stay with Gail if he can control his impulses.
Sinatra. Sinatra, leave it. Good boy. Good job.
He still needs practice, but JD's training is proving effective.
What is nice about this is that now he's on a totally relaxed leash, so even though he's still leashed, it's not your pressure that's keeping him back. He's actually deciding for himself to sit there. He was able to refocus, he was able to listen to the leave it command, and he was able to self-inhibit his behavior. If that continues, then I hope there's going to be a positive outcome. I would suggest that you do more of this with JD being here and helping you. And I think with your dedication, I think hopefully, fingers crossed, there could be a future for all animals to exist in this house.
I'm not disappointed that it's going to take a little while for Sinatra to get used to the cats. It's just the natural instinct of the dog.
In you go.
Sinatra's potential adopter has also come along to the fair. She wants to update Victoria on the process with the training.
I've been working with him with my cats, and he just lost interest in the cats. So he ignored me. He ignored them.
I'm so glad. So you don't chase cats and then you'll be fine.
So I do have a decision made that I would like to share with you guys. Sinatra is officially off the adoption list.
That's good.
Yes! No, you're gonna make me cry too.
I'm crazy.
JD's put a lot of work into Sinatra. So has Gail, so have I. But Gail and JD have worked especially hard so that this adoption is successful. I'm so glad. I'm so glad. No, I'm so glad for you. Thank you, JD, for the work that you've done, because I think without that, I don't think this would be possible.
I'm indebted to JD and Paws Atlanta. Oh, yes.
You're not.
Yes.
It has been my privilege to get to do this.
JD is now able to spend more of her time training and even following up with some of her former students.
Yes, good boy.
Sinatra is adjusting very well with the cat.
Thanks for watching. If you love It's Me or the Dog and want more dog training tips and tricks, visit my official site, positively.com. And if you're interested in learning more about becoming a dog trainer, check out the Victoria Stilwell Academy. Links to both sites are in the description. I'll see you online.